Welcome back to the Precision Trader. Want to do another book map session. This will actually be the second recorded video for the day. First video was dedicated exclusively to DWAC. Some great education there. If you get a chance to check it out. But there was so many nice setups today. I didn't want to cut anybody short on some extra education, and also there's been ones that have been questioning why I'm sharing this content. If I can make money, why share it with anyone else? Well, to be honest with you, I can only watch so many stocks in a day. It's really just a handful of them that I can really be watching, trading. So I'm missing a lot. So my goal is to ideally get 20 to 30 guys that want to learn how to trade, how I trade, and ultimately be able to trade alongside me. And that way we can see more stocks, see more great setups instead of, just having, greats, finding several great setups in the day. We can find even more, and we can, just at the end, it's just common sense. The more eyes that you can have on the market, helping you to see things, the better, the higher quality plays that you can find. And a prime example today, we had one of the guys called out a play on mRNA. Anyway, just I'd have never seen it. I was watching mRNA last week, but I wasn't watching it today. So anyway, for anybody out there that's wondering why I'm taking the time over these last few months to post YouTube videos, no, it's not because I'm trying to be a YouTube influencer and get paid by YouTube. YouTube can keep their money. I'm like I said, looking for some good traders. So, and then after that, I really don't care to waste my time doing this anymore. But at the same time, I am thankful to be able to help out some people. Got a lot of nice feedback, thankful comments. I appreciate that. It's good motivation. With that said, we're going to start with Tesla. Now, in previous videos, haven't done it in a while, but just to reiterate, again, we're using the order book. This is where we're looking at buyers, where the buyers and sellers have their orders sitting in the order book looking to be filled. Of course, when you see these yellow, orange, and even more so red lines in this heat map, it's signifying that there is a large quantity of people wanting to get their orders filled, buyers and sellers, profit takers, all that good stuff. And or another way to put it is liquidity at those levels. Now, we talked about in many of the previous videos before about if you want to get a bias on your stock in the pre-market, well, you look for the majority. Where is the majority of the liquidity for that day? Is it above the current stock price or below? Now, with Tesla, we called it out this morning in the pre-market that there was a great bounce out of the 850 buyers. So that was nice, really, really strong support. And if you wanted a bias for Tesla, well, you have a huge level of buyers here at 850. And then what do you have above? Yeah. At almost every $5 increment, a sizable quality of orders already in the pre-market, ready to go. Call this the ladder of liquidity that the market likes to step up. Where is it ultimately trying to step up to? Well, monster. It loves market makers. They love tractor beaming to these large levels of liquidity. So this was ultimately for me, this is where Tesla, maybe not today, but it was going to get to 900. Now I can't remember the last time I seen a monster level like this that was not reached at some point within 2 to 3 weeks. So with that said, let's see how the morning started on Tesla. Now we've got all that out of the way, and we're going to get to where we can see the $1 increments. because of course, the more you zoom in over here on the price chart, the more depth you can see. Me, when I'm dealing large caps, I want to stick to the $1. Usually, sometimes, middle of the day, volume starts drying up. I don't mind going down to 50-cent increment. But on average, it's the $1, and the $5 is what I want to see. If I could ever get the order book to cooperate here so I can see the $1 increments. I'm right there on the edge. Sometimes after hours, it gets a little, it gets a little grumpy. All right. Well, with that said, I know we're right there on the edge. For some reason, it won't give me the $1, but I'm right there on the edge. But anyway, see what we need to see. So we can see on Tesla, as soon as we open, I mean, it's, when you see this comes down, we'll get a nice support on the VWAP. Get a chance to watch the DWAC. Talked about how when we get these big retracements on a candle and it retraces back, 50 to 75% of the candle body, great. And it does it out of liquidity, or in this case, out of the VWAP, because there's always buyers at the VWAP when you're above it. Very, very strong indicator that she's heading north. And of course, that's exactly what happened today. The first stop really was 865. We got our rejection out of that. We see here on this candle, we rejected all the way back to 862. So yeah, $3 rejection there. And then we're proceeded by that. And what's nice about this is we see here is it absorbed. The line stopped. That means it absorbed all the sellers, profit takers at that level. So now they're gone. And there's not a lot of resistance unless somebody unless they try to come back in the book, which they didn't. We see the buyers blow right back through it. And then what do? Proceed to absorb the sellers at 870 real quick in a hurry. A lot of momentum right here. This is a locomotive. You definitely don't want to try to get in front of this in short. Which I could help myself. I could not help myself. But I didn't do it here. With that said, it pushes up support. What happens? We know that whenever we get a level absorbed and we start getting support candles on it, it's a strong sign that we're heading to the next major level. In this case, where was the next one? 880. This is where I got my first loss. Yeah, first loss. Had a nice streak going. We were just under 80 winning day trades in a row. But this one got me. Why was that? Well, because it got to 880. I sent out the alert, and then, I'll just show you. Let's see here. Let me show you the Discord here. Okay, here it is. So short scalping Tesla at 779 to 781, looking for a $2 to $5 pullback. Again, I was still 900 was the ultimate target. But at the same time, I felt I've done this. I can't tell you how many times over the last in our almost 80 win streak trades in a row. Can't tell you. Several of them were Tesla. Same situation like this. But with that said, I'll show you what proceeded to happen. I'll tell you what I'll show you on the chart. Stop chart. Let me see here if I can. Where's Tesla? Okay, here it is right here. All right. So where did it get to 880 at? All right, right here, 880. So this is when the alert was, it was below this. I think it was sent out at a couple of dollars below. But anyway, let's see what proceeded to happen when it hit 880. So this is a 1 minute candle. 1 minute candle right here, 879. We had the signal for the entry. Look what proceeded to happen in that 1 minute candle. We had a gamma squeezed $5 in less than a minute. So yeah, needless to say, that'll hit a stop loss very, very quickly. So, but that said, I was still confident that it would come back and test 880, because you don't blow through levels like that without coming back to test the buyers at that level. And sure enough, we see runs up, rejects off this algo, and it comes right back to 880. Test these buyers, got a nice wick out of them. Support. I was hoping, this is really why I lost, because I didn't mind holding through this. I mean, I'm day traded Tesla for can't even remember how many days in a row over the past couple years. And yeah, so I didn't mind holding for this. I've seen this countless times. But where I was being a little bullheaded, I didn't want to take my break even, and I wanted it to pull back to this 878, 877 VWAP, and it didn't do it. So nope. I learned a lesson that I already knew, but it's always good to have it reinforced. But with that said, we trust me, Tesla did not get the best of us today. We still got Tesla. Yep. And why was that? Well, because we started sending out alerts for the golden short scalp on Tesla, which was 900. Yeah, 900. Oh yeah, now we got our dollar increments. Thank you. Okay, so why were we so bullish at 900? Well, because it was because it was loaded. Look at this monster level of liquidity. I mean, when I see this nice, big, thick, orangish red, I mean, that's just, yeah, it's easy money, to be honest with you. Extremely easy money. And that's exactly why, here, I'll show you in the server why we sent out to gamma squeezing went from 885 in seconds. Yep, here it was. 898 to 900 is the golden short. When I say there's a gold, when I send out an alert that something is a golden short, it's, I can't remember the last time I lost on a golden short. All right. With no fear. No fear. And that's another thing. When I tell you to have no fear at that spot, yeah, that's extreme confidence. Also to affirm, nice play. We took profit on that. Take firm profit. UPST, just letting everybody know that if it got down to 350, there's a lot of buyers there ready to buy the dip. I actually don't think it ever got to 350, so that one was not an entry. Netflix at 640, looking for a $2 to $5 short scalp. Got that one. But I did let them know that, hey, 650 will be the golden short once it gets there. And then, yeah. And that it was. Got our $2 drop on Netflix. That one was good. So now a really nice bear call spread when Tesla was, I wanted to give everybody, some heads up, because at this time Tesla was at 897. So got this play out around 895, 896. Wanted ones to have plenty of time to get ready to jump in it. Also gave the heads up. Tesla just below the sellers at 900, 897. Again, giving heads up to get into the trade. And yeah, sure enough, that was our entry. Oh yeah, here was a nice one too. Yeah, so there's a nice screenshot. Whenever it hit the sellers at 900, and as you can see here, it started to proceed to fill their orders and dump. Yep. And where was it dumping to? Well, here, let me find where I called where Tesla was heading to. I said Tesla was heading to this 888 algo level. That's where it was heading. So we got our rejection here at 900, heading to the 888 algo level, which is level that computers trade based off of. And well, let me show you the chart. Let's go back to Tesla. Was that Tesla? Yeah. Okay, here's the algo right here. Of course, I don't draw these levels. These are already on my chart. Now, here was that 888 algo. Look at that. Wick or candle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 candles off of it. I'd say that was a pretty significant level. So, and really, I don't think it got below that all day long. No, computers held it up at that level all day long. So you see why I sent the signal to that's where she was heading. So yeah, that was Tesla. Let's see here. Go back to our chart, and yeah, as you can see there, that shop that I'd sent at 900, started filling those orders, and yeah, there's our 888. Oh, and if I could zoom in here a little bit more, I could show you more market depth. I don't know why it's being stubborn. It does this goofiness after hours sometimes, man. But anyway, you can kind of see it in there. If I could zoom in and see a little bit more, you'd see this nice little orange right there. So once I seen that and I knew the algo was there, that was a all but guaranteed bounce. So just didn't know how much. And it ended up bouncing all the way back up to 895, 896. But again, you can see right here, all the sellers started dragging their orders down. See how thin the liquidity or the width of the liquidity line here? See how it's getting bigger? That means more people are dragging down their seller or dragging their orders down to get filled. Yeah, and look how thick it is here. When you see that, see this wedge forming, like in our DWAC, it was the reverse. It was a wedge. It was a an ascending wedge, and it blasted off from there. And in this case, you have a descending wedge here, and sure enough, blasted it all the way back down to 888. So, oh wait, okay, there you go. Just gave me the all of a sudden just gave me the 50-cent increments. Appreciate that. That's a very slow load. But anyway, so with that said, we see came down here. Yeah, push back up to at this. No, we see now when I see this, like I said, we'll come below a level and then it starts to push back up. And I see sellers just start pouring into the book at a level. I mean, it's she's getting knocked down. And then sure enough, falls down here, tries to push back up. What happens? Sellers come right back in, start loading the book, and knocks it right back down. They come back and rejects him again. And then finally, at some point, it was able to absorb these sellers. But of course, we know that you have to absorb them and hold them. In that case, it didn't. And we were in the middle. We were getting close to the middle of it, or we already passed a little bit past the middle of the day. And we see it push all the way back up to $8.95, and it rejects $2 to $3 several times out of this liquidity. Ends up pushing all the way back down there. And yeah, that was Tesla. So a lot of good education there. Also too, I'd sent out, if you've watched previous videos, we use the SPXL to be able to see the overall market. And because SPY just has way too much liquidity, it's just too much. Can't decipher none. Which the SPXL, which is a triple leverage ETF that mirrors the price action of the SPY. This is where we get our insight from, where we can see. And I had sent out that at this level there was a load. It was just loaded with sellers. And what does this level correlate with the SPY? All-time highs. So that's why I sent out, let me show you so you don't think I'm just pulling your leg here. See when I sent it out. Oh yeah, this was our post at the end of the day. Actually, I had to take 3 days off to take care of some other work in another business. 3 days off today. So today was actually my first day back to trading for the week. messed up my day trading groove, broke the 78 winner in a row streak. We did add 6 more winners, bringing us to 84-1 and 16 green days in a row since we started keeping track 16 days ago. All right. Netflix, that was another winner. Okay, here it is. So SPY SPXL loaded at 454 all-time highs. And yeah, so in here, 126. Playing to the push. So as I mentioned there, it was so at this time SPY would have been, let me say, $1.50 down. So it would have been about $2 off of all-time highs when I sent this out. But like I said, playing the push to all-time highs was actually a pretty good play. All right, and then from there, yeah, play the rejection or take the profit there. Let's go back to the chart so we can actually see that where that happened. All righty, so back to the chart here. All right, there it was, 126, and as we see, we ended up pushing right into the close, and then it proceeded to reject immediately once it hit this liquidity, this major level of sellers on the SPXL or AAA, well, here it is, the ETF Trust SPX S&P 500 bullish ETF. So with that said, that's yep, nice little cheat code there to be able to see that. I'll give you one more quick one here. Video is already longer than I wanted it to be. And sorry, this right before bedtime, so the energy in the mind is not at its best. All right, so AMC. Now, if I'm trading AMC, I can guarantee I'm trading with an order book. That's how I was able to get out at 65.70, and how I was able to, whenever it was at 65.70, say that I was going to buy back in at $32, because $32 had tons of liquidity. So I was extremely confident it was going to get back to that level at some point, and it did. I bought the dip, bought it back up to just under $40, and yeah, honestly, I haven't messed with it too much because there's been so much action and other stuff. But with that said, we see that we pushed all the way to $42. And as you can see here, it was a major level of liquidity. I mean, it was very significant, 42. And sure enough, it proceeded to knock it all the way back down to $40. And we can see once it got to $40, they started buying it up, started dragging the orders up, fill it. And then finally, what do we have? It fills it here, absorbs all of those sellers, or those buyers rather, finally pushes up and comes here. They try to refill the book, wanting to buy it back up. They do. They're able to buy it back up a little bit. But then, yeah, finally they absorb them. Rejection. Look at all these rejection candles. Signify we're heading to the next major level, which in this case ended up being $40 finally. And yeah, that was it. Just tailed off into the day. See the buy the dippers trying their best to hold it up, but they just can't. Yep. So, rule of thumb here. When you're looking to take profit, again, instead of just guessing and hoping, or using your RSI overball guesstimate, yeah, why not see where sellers are loaded, profit takers are loaded above you, and then take your profit there. And then if it seems, take for instance, in this case, say it would have pushed through here at 42, pushed through, absorbed them, started getting support candles on top of this. Well, in that case, re-enter. there's nothing wrong. Yeah, you gave up, I don't know, 20, 30 cents. Okay, whoop-de-doo. You know, what's 20, 30 cents to get confirmation rather than going from 42 to 40 in no time. So give up 30 cents here to wait and see, or give up $2 and then by then you're, panic selling. So it's a no-brainer in my book. So with that said, hope this video helps you out. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them down in the chat or come to the server and get some more help there. Again, if you're someone that's looking to potentially do some day trading, love for you to come to the server and so we can help you get some more education and be able to help us keep an eye out on more stocks in the stock market so that we can find even more A+ setups, because the better setups we can find, I mean, it just increases our problem. I mean, we're already at great probabilities, but at the same time, it's you can always the more stocks you're able to see, the more eyes you have on. But again, it has to be people that understand the order book. I can't, it can't just be anybody just coming in and calling out plays. I mean, I can tell you right now, a lot of the call outs and they're just useless. Again, they're going off their MACD, RSIs and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, they don't realize that all of that is the price action off of those lagging indicators comes, because of the action in the order book. So I need guys that want to understand how the order book works. Okay. Understand the primary leading indicator in the stock market. The more people I can have trading alongside me that understand this, man, it's a deadly combination. So with that said, thank you for those that made it to the end of the video, and hope you enjoy the rest of your night, and may the market be with you.